Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe and this is Work as Resources Soviet Republic Season X. It's been a while, almost 3 weeks or so since I played last time, since that review, and I've used that time to just clear my mind a little bit on all the things that we have to do, forget a couple of the mistakes that I've made so we can remake them, but also, well, figuring out what the next steps have to be, because there are several. We do know that we need electronics. That's what we're going to tackle today, but there is so much other stuff that we haven't done yet, that I haven't done before in different situations. For example, never have I ever done trolley buses for real, especially with maintenance. No, it's just, it's a pain. Doesn't mean we're not going to do it. I don't have a good setup for any cableways that transport cargo. We don't have any tourism. We are missing dozens of industries, at least buildings of industries that all feed into each other. We need... well, all the crops. Nothing crops is really organized. We're going to ignore what we have on the peninsula because reasons, but there is so much more that needs to be done. So I am looking forward to the next chapter, which will probably get us, we're close to 60% now. 60% done with the season, just progress-wise. I think the next one will get us close to 75-80%. The next block until we get a review again. So let's get started with that. Yes, that was a longer intro, but I hope we are level set now on what's going on. Every once in a while we'll take those breaks because I have things to do outside of this game, which is probably hard to believe, but I think it's all fine. While we had that little drive-through, I did realize that we had one major problem, or minor problem, I guess, which was over here. There was no signage, so that's stupid. This one has to go make it orange, and obviously on this side, currently, there's effectively only one block where a train can be in, and that's not super helpful. So let's get this upgraded really quick. I'm sure I probably pointed this out 12 times before, but now I'm actually going to do something about it, so deal with it. But I'm glad that we saw that that train was actually doing the thing that I wanted it to do, because that's what I need it to do. So here we are. Everything is fine in this sector, but we do remember, hopefully, that electronics are coming. This is what we come for. It's two trains having to squeeze by each other, taking different routes to go different ways to all do the same thing, and this is a nice sized iron train. And I'm assuming you're full. Yep, you are full. And I'm assuming we are semi-full over here, and we are not burning through as much coal and iron as I would like, but that has more to do with the population of the line than anything else. So I think what we're going to do today is focus on electronics, but with that does not mean that we're going to ignore growth of this area. We're just going to add electronics to the mix. We do have the single bus station over here, which may be a silly thing to have there, but I think in the end we should be relatively lucky that any bus that comes from this direction can pop in there, can go through here, and then either go backwards, but they should never cross, or go forwards, and they should also never cross from that section. So that's all good, but while we do have all of this, I would like to just make this an asphalt road. Yes, I do understand that the secret police is not going to be super happy about that, but that is not really my concern right now. What is our construction crew? Construction crew 2. Very good. We get you assigned, and then you sir, Control H to send you home, because that's fine if we don't have stuff. We're good. Soviet, oh, I got an achievement. Soviet Republic expert. Achieve a population of 30,000 citizens on hardest difficulty without inviting immigrants in the last 10 years. Cool. Yeah, that's exciting. But no, great. Wonderful. I don't care that much about achievements, but every once in a while, you know, when you see something that's only 0.1% achieved by players, then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it's okay. No, I really don't care about achievements. I would be totally fine if this game had absolutely no achievements, but it's not about me. It's about every player out there, and play it your way. If you're having fun, you're doing it right. Please continue doing that. So, the things that I would like to do, obviously asphalt all of this. Yes, I do think this is a very easy spot for population centers to add in there. We could add, population up here. Well, how's that gonna look? No, there's a little bit of pollution coming from right there. That's not gonna be super helpful. This city, how full is this city? These are all things that I probably knew at some point. Yeah, this city is effectively empty right now, which is fine as long as they're growing. So I don't have to concentrate on the next city really, but I do want to, because that's going to take away some space that I would like to use. And as you can see, there's a lot of flat space right here. I don't want to go too far away. So yes, I like the idea of having the next population center right here, and I would like to focus it on electronics. And I have a feeling that we could throw trolley buses in here. I know it's kind of forcing it, and we do have the situation of we need workers to go one way and we need the personnel or passengers to go this way, but honestly, that's not really a big hindrance, at least not to me, at least not right now. That may actually be an advantage because we can set up two different transportation systems over here and then just say, yeah, just figure it out, you'll be okay. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all, but for that to actually make sense for what we want to do here, and I do need to keep an eye on these numbers because I don't remember all the things that are being wrong and have been wrong, so I just have to make sure that all works out. But electronic components factory, yes, 150, cool. Your output was, let's call it 2 tons of electronics per workday if we're running. Good. Your input is 2.4 tons of electronics. Okay, so 1.9 times 2 is 3.8. I think we need 3 of the electrical components factory to 2 electronic assembly halls. Yeah, okay, so 3 of these, it's 450. 2 of these is number 300. So we had 750 times 3 is 2100. That's not a big city. That is the city that we built on the lakeside over here. So that does not scare me size-wise. I know that I can definitely fit that in here. So none of those things should cause any issues really down the road. So that's good. So let's make it 2,000. Really? Didn't you just... Yeah, 2,000 feels like the right number for the transportation that I want to employ there. So yeah, we're just going to go with 2,000 and see how that goes. What do you need for that? You first need to pick a building that you're happy with. Quality of flats 80% is usable. It's usable. Quality of flat 75%, not usable, 76%, no, 78%, kind of, 90, a little bit too high. We've used most of these already. 87, yeah, we have used that one. So 80% I suppose will be fine. This will just be our section. And here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to build into the hill just a little bit and see how I like it. You should actually do math so you figure out how many people you just put in there. It's called 150. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 900 out of this block. That's fine. R, rotate you all the way around. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another 900 here. So we're now at 1,800. And we just need a little bit of extra, a couple extra people here. And a couple people, extra people here. I should have used R again to rotate, but I didn't. And now we are at about 2,400. That is more than sufficient for what we need here, and we can probably proudly... Oh, I'm an idiot. Yes, thank you. Delete all of this. Left control, and you can just delete it. And talk to our clone tool, because we can actually make this look a little prettier than what I just fabricated there. The spacing on this side is a lot better, so I like that. And plopping this in here should be perfect. Cool. So now this is a very simple planned industry, and this is all going to be electronics. There is some pollution. I should probably put a small heating plant here that can actually reach all of you, which will mean it's one of the first things I'm going to plop down here. I may regret this, but I'm not sure yet. Also, speaking of... heat, I am seeing more and more, and I'm surprised that this is still kind of connecting, but I would like to keep it as far away from everything as possible. That also includes the existing city that we have, the existing buildings that we have. Wow, look at how far that thing wants to reach. But this, the further you are away, the more heat loss you have, even in a city. So anything like this should probably be fine. Can I get 300 on average from every single one of you? Just about. This is just about 300. and that will be fine. So yeah, that's my heating plant. That's what I'm going to stick with, and we have a footpath access that should give us everything that we need for this. Cool. I like this little mountain in the middle. We should put a monument on there before I forget. Okay, the monument that you get, you always place this one, so stop doing that. 70 meters from here is probably not going to do it, but 90 meters may just barely be enough for this guy to reach effectively everyone. So we're just going to see how that works. It doesn't have to be center. It's just on the center of the naturally occurring landscape, which is all I wanted out of this. Cool. Should there be some fencing around here? It says all new fence gate, fence gate, fence gate, fence gate. I haven't used them. I'm not sure that they're new, but obviously they're for footpaths. So you pick what you want to do there. I don't hate the idea of putting some fencing around here. They're not useful for anything. It's really just looks, and you have to manually build them, which makes them less attractive, really. But maybe we can make something actually useful here. Also, looking at it now, there has to be a roundabout around this thing. Okay. Why? No. Don't ask those silly questions. Just let me do it. How do we normally do a roundabout now? We do it with 2 lanes, effectively. The first lane, I'm okay with pointing right at the thing, really. And then we're going to put the other one on the outside here and the other one on the outside here. We're doing 3 lanes now, not 2, like you said. That's fine. But this is effectively, I'm putting the X right in the center of that thing. If you can see that, the top X on the triangle. That's what I want. Very good. And then you take these back just a reasonable amount. What's reasonable? Just about this much. And then you get your asphalt road back, and you see if you're relatively happy about this. And is it an oval about? Nah. I think it's fine. I think it will do exactly what we need it to do. And then I would like one road to effectively come down here. Okay. You do need to angle that at least in a way that it looks like you meant to put it that way, which right there is probably right. Just give it a straight line that way, and then a straight line this way. Okay. You can flatten that out just a little bit while you're going that way, and then we should be fine. And now with this, I am hoping I can add the... I'm not expecting a ton of traffic on this, okay? Cool it. I am expecting just a little bit of bus traffic. Yes, there will be a lot of buses driving on here, but we should have enough nodes when we're done with this that buses can change roads at least reasonably. We'll just have to see. The problem is the trolley bus stop can only handle 200 workers. That is not really a problem. We could totally put a tram here, but we already done tram. Tram is such an old thing, so trolley bus sounds much more exciting to me. And this will require us to have a full setup for them. The problem is with trolley buses that I don't have any large stations or trolley bus stops, so that is a little bit of annoyance. But I don't think that will be enough to keep me from doing this. Ooh, double roundabout? Are you kidding me? I'm considering it. Well, your alternative is putting it in like this and having the trolley buses just go in and out and then hope that that's all going to work out. The asphalt road can be upgraded to trolley bus road. I have no illusions about that, so that should be fine. Can you have a one-way trolley bus road? That is a good question. I don't know. I should probably find that out before. But even if we can't have that, it's not the end of the world. But this is one option. I don't love that option. This is the other option over here where we just add connections. And I think I'd much rather add the connections to wherever is appropriate. And for that, I would like to have one here and then another bus stop. And in this case, I will use something a little more appropriately sized over here that can go in and out, hopefully at reasonable locations. I would like one more footpath access on the opposite side of this, but it's fine. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying to have 4 areas of focus, really. And now we just have to still figure out how to get the final connection in there. Okay. So this one can be upgraded, this one can be upgraded, that's all fine. Didn't expect that to be a problem. But now let's see. If you go in here, and then you go in here, let's make you a little... like a little pretzel. Okay, pretzel up. Yep, just give me something like 90 degrees. You could make this a little more effective. Okay, let's make this more effective. You get a more straight connection in there. This side over here has to service that the next road as well. So doing it this way would not do it justice. So this one does have to be a 90-degree turn. The other one does not. How are you? What's your plan here? My hope is that I can use a single junction to make this work, but if you want that, then this is simply too steep, so do this one again. Okay. Yes, we're going to get hung up on roads here just for a little while until we're relatively happy with what we've just created. But now I feel relatively good about this part. Almost. Should you do this road first before you do the other one? Should you do a through road for this turn? Should you move the bus stop down just enough to justify your really clever idea? There are other words to describe this with, but that's what we're going to go with right now. I don't hate any of this. I would like, okay, shift, left shift, F4 to turn snapping off. That's better. Give me a straight out and a in there. Building in the way. Are you drunk? There we... That is decent. Let's be honest. This is decent. Yes, this is a multi-junction thingy, but now we can also just be free and turn just the pieces that have to be into tram road. Not tram, but trolley road, so the trolleys don't over interact with things that they don't have to interact with, and then we should be good here. That's the first part. Okay. I always forget the end station, so let's plop the end station in before it's too late. Got it. We need a regular one, and I am not messing around with the small bus stations anymore, because you know what I'm really good at? Finding reasons after the fact to be like, you know what, it would be really great to have another bus station, bus end station here for reasons, and then I try to force them in there somehow, and it never ends up well. Just never. That's the first one. For the trolley one, we just have a trolley depot, and we have one trolley end station, so those are the choices that were dealt. That's what we're going to deal with, or that's how we're going to deal with them. Both of them within city limits. I don't see a problem with that. I'm not planning on making the city humongous, but we do have over 2,000 people that will need to get to work. And right now I'm planning on just having workers. Well, no, that'd be stupid. If you just have workers allowed here, you're never going to get all 2,000 workers moved. Ooh. Brain. I have a thought. I don't like that thought. That thought would include, effectively, still going around the roundabout. So, effectively having an outside connection and then having a trolley bus connection here and here that gives us two trolley bus stations that can collect people. We could set up 2 trolley bus routes to run those routes. It's not the end of the world. It would increase the number of workers that are transported. It would double it effectively of the ones that I can take, but then the problem is this. I would like the workers that are here to... Well, no, it may work. Because... Well, no. Hear me out. Okay. The problem is that currently everyone that has a footpath connection to this thing would go to this thing for work and for anything else too. I don't want that. I would like them to go here if they need to work, and I know I can force them to do that, but that's also not quite what I want to do. I could force them here to do that, and then if they can't get picked up there in time, they would go back to the bus station that whoever's an access point here, and that will be fine. But I do like the idea of doubling the input, the throughput of our trolley buses, which just means, yeah, one is here and one is on that side. It would make this whole setup look a little more funky, and the roundabout pretty useless. I think you're gonna stick with one trolley bus stop here, and if we do have too many workers in this area that can't get picked up, we are going to start using this bus platform with buses. Can this one be upgraded to a trolley bus platform? I don't think it can. But we're just going to use regular buses to ship more people out, and then we should be fine and shouldn't experience any problems. The only problem we may experience is that this end station is not quite on the way, but I think a bus can easily come down here and we'll get all the connections set at once. So that should be fine. Let's just assume that this is perfect and we don't have to change anything at all about it, and that will make me happy enough. That's a 90 degree right there. That looks good. I'm going to take this back just because I would like the exact same 90 degree out here. Oh boy. That's a different kind of connection there, so you're not going to get that one as smooth. That's fine. We're going to do this one. Sure. I'm trying to give myself a little extra space in places, and this is not perfect, but it will totally do for the things that we're doing right now, obviously. You just need a connection, so you can go right there. We're going to put some trees around that eventually, obviously. And moving on. Okay, yeah, these are fine. Good. Let's get the other things. I like to wait for trash until the very last moment usually, but in this case, it's not what we're going to do. That is clearly the wrong button that you just clicked there. You shouldn't have done that. You really wanted this. And we can probably cover... If I have enough room next to the buildings, and I think I do in a lot of cases, not in all cases, but at some point we come far enough out here where that doesn't play a difference anymore. So that should all be good. On this side, yeah, we even have some gaps in between buildings that are big enough here. So I don't have to worry about that. That's good. That's great. That's excellent. How is progress here? It's slow and it's still nighttime, so let's just speed it up again. I had some frame rate issues earlier because why not? So I sped it up a little bit and this should be fine. This is still just a basic city. I have no basic village settlement. I have no intentions of increasing public services here, so let's do the bare minimum, which is not a shop, obviously. All we need is a hospital. Okay, and hospital here is relative. You do want, we're going to use the mod. You do want enough. Where's the footpath there? You do want enough access for vehicles to go wherever they need to go. So this should be fine. That's the first one. Then we do want a fire station, and for reasons, we are just using the simple fire station now and not the big one anymore, mostly because our vehicles are too big enough to fill up the fire station with workers, and this guy does not care about heat and stop complaining about heat whenever they want something. With 2,000 people, I feel compelled to have just a single kindergarten, and hopefully it will fit right up here in this corner. That feels pretty good. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but I am obviously no longer connected to anything. I'm just holding left control to get everything in there, and that seemed to do the trick just fine. I do want to know if you have enough access to out here. Barely, but you do, which translates to cool. Nothing to do there. Same kind of reasoning over here. Do you have enough access to the other side? Yes. Yes, you do. So we're either lucky or I knew what I was doing there. Let's go just with lucky in this case. But now we have a kindergarten. Good. We have a hospital. Good. Police is not that far away. It's not that overloaded. Honestly, I think we can totally get away in this case without a police. Let's get all these things assigned that we want, though. So yeah, no police there. Secret police, same reasoning. It's right here, so that shouldn't really be a problem. So no, I think we are pretty much where we needed to be, and I would like to use that. You could almost act like I placed that there on purpose. There's a tiny little kink. I can see it. Let's see if we can smooth it out just a little bit. I'm sure I just made it worse, not better. But let's see here. Nope. It doesn't even show me that kink, so let's just pretend that that is a straight line, as straight as it gets anyways, and we will be good. You heating plant, you are just looking the wrong way. That's the only problem. But let's turn you around. So that's the big one. Okay, small heat exchangers, obviously what I meant. We're going to put you this way. Rotate. I do want the road facing that way. I don't know that I don't want to connect coal as a storage here, because we are relatively far away from where the coal comes from, so I don't want to rely on that too heavily. There, we were missing one building. Cool. And now we're actually in node range of the end station that we have sitting right there. That's cool. Let's kind of smooth you out just a little bit, and perfect. Okay, what else do you need? You need water. We also need to start working on this. Yeah, why not? Sure, let's get started working on that, and then we can figure out what all else we need to throw in here. So let's just tell them to do their thing. Tell you to start on this one. Look at our health and unemployment and all those numbers. They all look more than reasonable, so that's good. Cool. so they can do what they need to do here. We technically have all the connections. The only connections that we don't have are connections that we still absolutely need, which includes a road connection to the footpaths that we have sitting there. That's a big one. I would say, because it will make our life easier, how about we just make a full-on square around the city connection here. Make this one, no, square is a big word here. It's not square, but it's connected. And then you can come in there, and you come in here, you would come there, and then I would really like more footpath connections to that side of the of our friend here, but we'll be fine because we're just going to go in the background here. A little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. I was trying to hope that I can get relatively close into there. And now this situation should allow anyone that is seeking... oh, hold on. Well, actually, you probably... yeah. Everything is in walking distance. That's fine. I was considering adding another footpath right here, and honestly, I like that better than this footpath on that side. So let's do this, and then I think I'm pretty happy with what we built here, unless this one doesn't let me do a connection, which it doesn't. That's fine. We're just going to do it the old school way of go there, swoop you in a little bit, then get the connection, and now everyone can connect everything that they ever dreamt of connecting to. And that should be good. Anything else that we need? No. Have you decided on your fencing opportunity here? It doesn't feel right. This is not a high... They're all electronics. They are a special kind of personnel. Okay. Stop what we're doing here. Stop it just about right there. Are you gonna cause a crash here? Maybe not. Don't stop it yet. We'll just demolish it a little bit if that becomes necessary. But I do want to add in an extra storage here to that guy. Yes, we had this small aggregate storage. I really like this one. I really, really like this one, just because of the size of it and of what you don't need to make this thing work. There's a conveyor belt, so someone just shovels it on there. I think this feels very reasonable, and the size of it is superb. So I think I will beat myself up over this, but yeah, we will allow a modded aggregate storage because I just did. So here we go. Cool. Yeah, that can go in there. That can go in there. You are almost done with this thing. Can you stop just for a moment? Probably right there. Yeah, I'm not surprised that this is a thing, but that's fine because hey, are these all separate demolitions? They are all separate demolitions. You gotta be drunk. Are you kidding me? That's fine, I guess. I mean, I don't really have a choice over that matter, but this is stupid. Can we remove nodes in there? Is that a thing that we can do here? Let's see. Not that one, but this one. Yes. There are nodes here, but we cannot remove them individually. Interesting. How about we do this? Suspend demo? No. Cancel demo? Also no. Okay, so we'll just have to wait until we can reach that to do the thing that I want to do. That's fine. Let's build the fencing apparatus to get the things done. We could get the helicopters out here if we really felt like it. I'm not sure that's necessary yet. I think I forgot to build something. Yes. You remember when I had the circus here or whatever it was? I never replaced it. I meant to replace it with the Ferris wheel, which has now happened. I don't know why it took me that long. Probably because I forgot. That makes sense. So, yeah, everything there is connected. That looks good. We are getting whatever connection we want in here later. That's also good. So let's get our, not tourism, not this, trees and accessories. Yes. I would like railway. Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that that was a thing yet, but that's nice. Park gate with vases or fence gate. I think... I can't tell which one has the nicer look, but the park gate does not have a guardhouse, so everyone could get in and out whenever they felt like it, which we don't want that. we want a fence gate to make sure that nobody that is not privileged enough to be in here can make it to our station. That feels good. We have the prefab fence. We have the rod iron. fence over there. And this one looks relatively tall, so does this one. Is there a significant difference in the look of these? Anything at all? There's one. Okay, it looks like that. Don't hate it. What about you? You look like this. Okay, that looks more substantial. Got it. And then, I mean, the other options that we have is just effectively that wall, but like this. I like the second option the most. I don't know about you, but I know about me. So we're gonna do this. Without reaching this part, it's gonna be really annoying to get any finalized road connections in. So let me cheat my way. Yeah, kind of. Let me cheat my way through this. I need a parallel road. Cool. That parallel. Oh, darn it. I was connecting to this part at some point and that was wrong. No. I can't get a road through there. I can't get a road through here. I would have to separate this piece of construction and then get into that piece of construction. None of that is very helpful for what I want to do here, but it is what it is. Let's get a road piece all the way out here and then hope. F4, turn the snapping off. I don't expect this to work. I'm still trying to make it work. No. Alright. Yeah, that's not going to happen right now. I need a little bit of this road construction done, then I can put the actual fence in here, which is a little unfortunate, but you know what? We have more things to do. For example, we need a trolley bus depot. Okay. Where is that? And then we need a delivery service for trolley buses because you need to... Hey! You need to repair them. You forgot about that. Good job. Yeah, I'm gonna do that within the boundaries of the city. I don't think I have a choice. So, I think repairing right here in this building is going to be sufficient. I don't see a big reason to make this a ginormous setup. I just have to find the thing that I'm trying to look for, which is not there, obviously. It's down here on the maintenance. Technical service office. Yeah, we need those. Just small vehicle repair station should be very nice to have. Honestly, if the road connection is already there, cool. If the road connection is on the south side here with the heating plant, then I wouldn't mind connecting straight into that. It's a little awkward, but it's fine. Connecting straight into that, so everyone can get... No, just take this back. Take this back, take that back, make this the road connection, and you just have to join on to that. That's better. So you're here. I think you will always appreciate a small... a small storage that gets us through the winter. Is this one too big? Yeah, I think that's too big, especially for the small storage that you actually created here. So that one can go here, that one can go here, and then it just looks like all of this goes together. If it becomes a necessity to add steel, we can add steel to this as well. But now, our trolley bus end station can repair things, and then the trucks that we have here can go straight to this station, this end station, do the same repairs. You could say, well, you could just put this end station on this side. But we should be okay this way too. There's more chance of blockage this way, but also I'm not crossing the paths of the buses at inopportune times, which has to be worth something. So this is good. I do want this to definitely be a trolley road, so we may as well make that one and these two one as well. Just has to be built that way, and then we should be good. And then let's get an actual trolley depot. Never built one of these. So that's cool. But yeah, get a trolley depot in here. Should not require more than this. Alright, we're just going to put that in there, just right across the road from the end station. And then this is the one where we want to bring trolley buses to whenever appropriate. To bring trolley buses there, we also have to store them somewhere. You could store them just outside of town, or you can put them in town. How small is the smallest trolley bus storage? And by that I mean vehicle, space for vehicles, etc. Large, no. Large, definitely no. Apparently medium, no, that's open storage. Space for vehicles, large, small. There you go. This feels fine. Okay. You don't... I think you need a depot to send trolley buses out. That's good. But then you only need a space for vehicles to actually go and replace or do the replacement thing. I'm pretty happy with that. How much storage area do we have? Honestly, that should not be a real concern. Oh, I am having a brainwave of a path that will be stupid, but should make all of this very possible. And I hope I remember. No, I'm just going to tell you. For the replacement, to make all of this replaceable in the way that we need it to be, that one didn't get the correct road type. Annoying. We will just set up a line that picks up from whichever factory you say, hey, trolley bus is here. And that will produce trolley buses from here on out, even though we only have one current situation where we use them. We'll probably just use 6 or 8 or 10 buses on there. It's going to produce that. Then it's going to come out here and try to drop it off. If it can drop it off, cool. Done. If it can't drop it off, it will go all the way back to wherever I export vehicles from, which is, you know, that first town, which, Malarkey, no. Maccabi, no. Magic Alley, yes, Magic Alley, that's the word. And we'll just plop it in there and say, okay, no, export it, don't need it anymore. And then it's going to go get another one, and we'll continuously do that, which will ensure that this is full as long as we have a factory producing them. I like it. I like that a lot. Am I missing something here? No. This is all this city really needed, besides trash and heat. No, heat is done. Trash and water, yep. And, you know, the usual things that you always have to think about. The good thing, depending how you look at it, but the good thing is water tower in the industrial sector, right? Yeah, I think that feels good. Can you actually just flip that around, because that footpath didn't look in the area that I wanted you to look at. There we go. Make that a straight line. Beautiful. And now we can get water in here and just have to distribute that. That should be relatively simple. Water substation. I'm expecting this to cover everything right away, which it does. So that's good. Which really just makes this a large pump, and I'm not going to get you a splitter because we have the water tower sitting right here with another connection if we really need a splitter for whatever reason. Hope we don't. And then you... ideally, just go right next to it, which you are, and then I have to give you a place to dump your sewage. We don't have a lot of sewage going through here, at least I don't expect it to, so I think right here is not completely unrealistic. Just there shouldn't be that much sewage coming out of this thing, and yeah, over here, there may be another city going there. So for right now, sewage right here, I guess. Okay. When are you going to build a sewage plant? Water treatment plant. No, sewage treatment plant. Eventually. I haven't done that yet. Also one of the things that we clearly haven't done, and I don't like to do. I know is a strong word. I feel very strongly that it's one of the most useless buildings in the game, because you put in polluted water, you add chemicals to them, and you get polluted water. Less polluted, but not water. It's polluted water. And when you do that, are you doing the thing yet? Yes, you're doing the thing. When you're doing that, you are effectively throwing money away, because the alternative is just dump it in the river, wherever you feel like. Now, to be fair, yes, it does reduce pollution, which if you use it, there is an opportunity for you. I'm trying to get this connection to actually do something. Some of our infrastructure in a way. Just seriously, no. Just let me do. Why not? What? Here. This is all I want from you. This is all I want from you. We don't need that one. We just need this one, and then I would like this one. You did the wrong ones. No, this is fine. They should all connect to it. Yeah. So there's an advantage, which is you can actually build. You're polluting you can get rid of your water closer to your city if you depollute it first. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. But you can also just build a hole and put it in the water somewhere and call that one progress. Progress, yeah. So that's my take on that. Take it or leave it, that's fine. I would like to just extend this as far as the road at least. Why? Because I would like to put the footpath over here. And then there's part of me that thinks, you know, your next rear construction office is pretty far away. Should you build a new one? To which I would say, yeah, probably. It would make sense. It would totally make sense, but there's a lot more land to take care of, like everything over here. So ideally, I would like to put the next construction office like somewhere right there, not right here. Remember, the current construction office sits right there on top of the mouse. It is very far away. I do agree with that. It's just not yet. We're getting there very quickly, but not yet. So get all those things done. That would be great. Also, you just built that, so give yourself a chance to actually use it. I'm going to put a sewage switch down here, just in case something comes up and we actually need that. Then let's run in here with a large pipe. That should be fine. Tunnels above terrain at some stage. Don't say that. I tricked it. Haha. And then you just run downhill into here. We're going to use the middle one. And voila. Done and done. Okay, F3 to turn that view off. Cool, we got a dirt road there. Great. Yeah, so that should take care of part of the water and part of the sewage. There's more to the water. Why? Because we actually have to pump water into that tower. And where do we get that water from? We have a tower right here that we could have used. We have one split. This is not a pump. That is a split. That's not helpful, but there's a pump over here. There's also a pump over here that goes into all the other industries. We can use either of these, I would think, to connect out here. I'm just assuming that we have more needs to connect water to just in this direction and the other direction. That's what we're going to build. That's why we're going to hook it up to this pump, not the other pump. Cool. Yeah, we can use this pump for whatever we need on this side. That should be okay. Is this water tower going to be used for the industry that we're going to connect it to? Maybe. It's not completely impossible out of the options, because we are... actually, let's look at this. No, we're still just at 20% consumption, so we have a lot more water capacity in even just this one water treatment plant. So yeah, no, I think that's totally fine to connect whatever industry is going to go in here from this spot, and that should be really good. Come on, get the last few pieces done here so I can actually turn in my put in my fence there and be happy. So that's all done. And then I still need waste. Waste has to be collected somewhere. Is this going to be too far away for whatever's going on here? I'm going to go with no, because it's not too far away for these guys, so it's not going to be too far away from these guys. So yeah, no troubles there, I think. So we have heat. Let's go for here. We don't have power. No, we don't have power. How many do you need? I would go with 2 in this case, honestly. I will plop 1 here, but you can do the ones with the footpath connection, so let's do that. This one covers most of the city, not all of it though. And then we put another one right here. You should be able to cover the rest of the city, and then we just have a little bit of empty space here and there, and that's fine. Okay, get you 2 in there. Now, we also need to figure out where we're going to get the power from. Okay, power, where are you coming from? We have all these connections, okay, but this one is using 2.9 megawatts, but you remember what we talked about? We have a lot of power going through here. 10 megawatts. Okay, we're only at 10 megawatts. We could look at it that way. We're only using 10 megawatts from here, so we do have one more connection coming out that way. We will use the smallest one. Not the smallest, maybe, but 8 megawatts from right here does not feel wrong. That has to connect somewhere into the city over here. And that should be good. Let's get a power transformer, and I don't want to shoot myself in the foot as much as I normally do, so let's at least get a high voltage switch. No, just a high volt. Yeah, this one should be fine. Let's put a high voltage switch right here on the outside of town. Okay. Power transformer right across from you. Okay. Do you really want to be this close to where the stuff is going to be? Yes, I do. 8 megawatts in there, and then 8 megawatts just on the outside. go around the hospital. Just a little further north. Excuse me, not done yet. A little further. This way, this way, this way. Honestly, probably behind here makes the most sense because this is where the power lines are waiting for us. You go there and then you just take the middle spot and then we have that power connection done. Very good. Let's get a couple high, large, medium voltage lines in here. Don't like when they skip too much. That feels okay. That feels okay. And then, yeah, you, since we can now finally remove this road nonsense, go away, go away. We can't remove all of it yet, but we will be able to remove all of it in just a minute. Like, that's the last little leftover piece and just has one truck left of stuff that has to be picked up. That should be relatively simple. Don't connect all your power lines yet because the what's it called? The fence that we're going to put around this thing is definitely going to be in the way. Yes. I am relatively happy with all of this. Construction is moving swiftly like it should, so that's good. I don't think this was picked up by any construction office yet. That's not surprising. I like with the trolley buses that we have over there that I don't have to worry about adding another passenger connection going the other way. Also, we would have one that will just have to follow this line all the way over here, turn up here, take the loop, and then come all the way back to do whatever they need to do. It's not the end of the world, it's just not ideal. So, we can just leave that alone. And it should be good. Okay. No, I like that. Did you pick it up? You did pick it up. Cool. Road construction, yes. Let's make this the last task of today. There we go. Get that fence in there. Fence, 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 fence gate. Cool. Get that one in there. Pick a pick something that's relatively straight. Doesn't have to be perfect. That's pretty good. And then we did say we like this fence the most. So you go that way. Almost straight. I don't think I get an angle on these, which is a little unfortunate. How about you go there, almost straight, and then we make a little bit of a square-ish thing around it, and that's fine. Let's go up here. Let's go up on the mountain. Yep, we'll just fence you in so the wild animals don't get you. That's what we tell them. And then because the city is really over here, let's just make this a, excuse me, suspension. I don't know how it's going to look. Let's just make this a nice angled part of the city because there's no reason that we have to claim anything on this side, and then I feel good about that as well. Cool. Construction offices, you are taking over all the things that you need. That's good. Power-wise, let's just make the last final connections here. Last final, huh? Did you just come up with that? Well, I think people know what I mean. Let's make this run just straight out of the city, and that should be good. And then you can connect in there. You would then jump over here, over there, over here, over here, also over here, definitely over to this one, and take the other connection on this side. And then we're going to call that one good as well. I'm pretty happy about this. New city, new day, new section of our build, and yeah, stayed under an hour, so all of those things are relatively exciting to me, probably not to you. But there you go. They already finished this guy. They're like, yep, we're good. Give us more to do, please. I'm like, I am trying, but we have to plan the electronics industry next time, not today. I'm also surprised that nobody wants to move into the waterfronts. Maybe there is some moisture problem in the cellars. Unsure, but it looks like everything is going just fine because our happiness has gone up 1 point compared to the beginning of the series of the episode. So I take those are good things. Why are these not straight? Because that thing is angled? No, it doesn't feel angled. A little angled. Okay, it's a tiny bit angled. If it's fine. I don't know if the trolley bus can go through there. If not, I will have a bad awakening anyways. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again next time when things progress, and obviously winter's coming up, but electronic factory and all that stuff also has to be built, so here we go. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.